Hey, what's up, everybody? I've been thinking. I'm sitting in my garage. I set up a full-on home gym, and today's my birthday. I turned 33 today, and I was thinking that I really wanted to make a video and say my thoughts on the failed assassination attempt of President Trump. And my channel is like a spiritual personal development channel, and it's a topic we've never even discussed the news about anything. I mean, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing in the news, I've just never talked about it. But I really wanted to talk about this. I believe that self-actualization and spirituality and our own journey to self-realization and God realization, which is more of a ethereal or abstract or spiritual type of philosophical conversation. The physical reflection of that, or the yin and the yang to that, is freedom. Here in the material world, in the corporeal world, in the physical world, is freedom. I am a staunch advocate of freedom. I don't want the government to interfere in my life in any form. I don't want the news. I don't want the media. I don't want anybody. I don't want my teacher. I want nobody to interfere in my life. It's why I dropped out of college when I was 19 years old. It's why my first book, the beginning of the book, starts with me raising my hand and asking my economics professor why we couldn't audit the Federal Reserve. I'm a believer in freedom. And the only way for us to have freedom is through love. And the only way for us to have love is through understanding. And the only way for us to have understanding is to have our own thoughts and our own opinions, which are not regurgitated filters of the CIA that runs television, which is a fact. Project Mockingbird and Senator Church hearings expose that the CIA uses the newscasters as agents that create their stories. All of this being said, I am grateful that President Trump is okay, and everybody should. Whether you like him or not, if he died, this country would be over. You don't understand what could occur if he was dead. This is what happens in third world countries. A leader or an ex-leader gets killed, and then there's a massive back and forth, and everybody goes at one another. And oftentimes in third world countries, that's done on purpose because the goal is to redirect attention from the power vacuum and from the elites and make everybody fight amongst each other, right? And that's like what Bob Marley would talk about, is that in his songs, is that they want us to kill one another. What we really should do is love each other, right? That's one of his lyrics. And so, one, I'm glad President Trump is okay. Two, I was watching a far left individual, the guy that runs a Young Turk show. I forget his name. I haven't watched him in many years, but I was curious what people that were quote unquote far right and people that were quote unquote far left were all saying. And sit down on my ab machine. And obviously that guy is not a fan of Trump. And he said, when I clicked it, he's like, I'm not a fan of him. I've called him a coward, all these types of things. But that was like the most brave thing I've ever seen. This dude somebody shoots at him and he stands up and says, fight, fight, fight. The only other, it instantly reminded me of Bob Marley. I'm a huge Bob Marley fan. And his maybe now you watching this, if you were unfamiliar with his story previously, maybe you saw the major motion picture recently, which did a really good job. This dude, Bob Marley, got shot while he was trying to unify his country in a hyper-political situation where both the left and the right were trying to get power. Bob Marley was the most famous person in the country, so the right and the left were both trying to utilize him. And he gets shot the night before he's going to do a free Smile Jamaica peace concert. And they didn't want him to do that because they didn't want him to unify the country, which is exactly what I say. That's what they want. They want you to hate me to hate you to hate your mom, like just your dad. Like just think about how many friends people lost since 2020. How many relationships got messed up? How many parents and their children now are at odds, or your old best friend you've known for 15 years. It's what since 2020, right? Going back to lockdowns and the whole 9 yards. That's what they want, because they want everyone to fight against each other, which is why I said it's love and understanding. And the love and understanding comes from recognizing that we're all on the same team, right? Like we are all on the same team. And Bob Marley knew that, so he's doing this concert. He gets shot the night before. Everyone wants him not to do the concert. He goes out the next night, lifts his shirt so you can see where he got shot. And then he takes the right politician and the left politician that are both running for president or prime minister, and he grabs both of their hands and makes them hold hands together and raise their hands up together. And that, when Trump did that, it reminded me of that. Like I was like, dude, I don't care if you're Trump or Obama or Clinton or, demonic George Bush that wants to, kill all the Middle East, terrible, genuinely terrible human being, in my opinion, he is. To see anyone do that, a black person, a white person, a Jewish person, a Christian, a Muslim, anyone that almost gets killed and raises their arm up like that, their reaction isn't like, everyone, like, that was just incredible. And it would be incredible by anybody, regardless of their political affiliation, their religious affiliation, their ethnic affiliation. It was inspiring. And I want to say that I'm glad that he is okay, and I am glad that there has not been any other crazy things that have occurred as a result of that, fights amongst people with different political and religious beliefs. And I want to extend a challenge to everybody. Think of one friend or one relationship you've lost. Yeah, maybe it goes all the way back to 2016, because that's like when political divide got worse and worse, when it was Trump and Hillary. But maybe just since 2020 with lockdowns, all that stuff, the last election, previous election, the amount the media has hyped up, all this divide, right? Like if you believe one thing, then like you're basically like a threat to civilization. If you believe the other thing, then you're equally a threat to civilization. So we put our sights at one another, right? And I want to invite you to call one of those people. Not somebody you were kind of friends with, someone that you were close with, and maybe you're chill, but the relationship isn't what it used to be. Like maybe it's not that you don't talk to them anymore and you guys aren't friends and you got in a huge fight, which did happen to many people. But maybe yours was more moderate, and it's just like you're not as tight as you used to be. I want you to call that person, just say, hey, what's up? I just want to say I love you. And, obviously the world's gotten really crazy, and under no circumstance should our relationship, due to us having different views, be messed up. So I want to invite you to call someone and do that. All of this being said, the goal of everything is to control our minds in any way. The goal of the financial system is to control our minds to spend more than we have, which makes us debt slaves. The goal of the political system is to control our minds, so we think the enemy is one another, which distracts while the kleptocrats, take control of everything and get all the money and power, and that's their goal. And so the goal is brainwashing. And so what you have to do is take control of your mind, brainwash yourself for success. I have a free success hypnosis. It's jakeshypnosis.com. You can get it. It's right there down below. jakeshypnosis.com, pinned to the comments in the description. It's free. You can use that to reprogram your mind and brainwash yourself for success. Anyways, wishing everybody a beautiful day. God bless you. God bless the world. God bless humanity. God bless freedom. I like to say God bless America because I'm American. And I know a lot of people are not Americans. So I want to also say God bless your country and your freedoms. And we're all in this together. So grab your phone, give someone a call that you've been at odds with, and tell them you love them. So have a great day.